Hello again from wet, frosty Clonakilty, this time from the Mix Co-working. I decided I'd hop on to do a quick video to tell you about what to expect with the, serious winter energy that we have coming up. As you know, Mercury just went into the pre-shadow phase on Monday, and boy, am I feeling it already, with car appointments getting changed and business appointments getting changed and office hours getting changed, all at absolutely no notice. But anyway, I've learned to go with that during the Mercury pre, post, and retrograde phase. So on the day of the solstice itself, we have quite serious energy because we just have Mercury and Venus that have just moved into Capricorn. And on that day, Pluto, which is still in the last stages of Capricorn, will also be conjunct Mercury and Venus. So in the days coming up to Christmas, we can definitely expect much more intense, serious, reflective type of conversation, probably around the dinner table coming up to Christmas, possibly not. On that day, then, we also have the moon in fiery Sagittarius opposing Mars, which is still retrograde in Gemini. And I've spoken before about the Mars retrograde in Gemini and how it's playing out. Certainly, I'm seeing it as one of the biggest transits we're going through at the moment. It's almost like a precursor for clearing out angry words and clearing out unresolved issues before Pluto moves into Aquarius in March of next year. We also, of course, will have Jupiter, which will have just moved into Aries. So Jupiter loves expanding. It loves parties. It loves, how many courses can I do? How many travel arrangements can I make? Where can I go? Where can I travel? What travel plans am I making next year? So, the day of the solstice itself, it's a combination of very jovial, let's get going energy and also very, very serious energy, very reflective energy altogether. Because as I've said before, I think a lot of us are still processing what we've gone through in the last 3 years. This year has been very much a year of just coming out of all the restrictions of the last 2 years, and the last couple of months of this year and the next 2 months of next year, very much clearing the decks, very much people really, really, really wanting to live completely in alignment with their own truth. Never mind what governments think, never mind what corporations think, never mind what the rules and regulations are. It's going to be very much a time around where, what are my own feelings? What are my own thoughts? What are my own boundaries? And particularly with Pluto being conjunct Mercury and Venus and Capricorn, because Capricorn is the very serious cardinal earth energy. It's quite quietly ambitious around, what can I build? How much writing can I do? How can I harness my creativity more? How can I take practical steps to really manifest the life I really, really want to live? So that's one of the reasons why it's taken me so long to come up with the personal growth package. I've been tweaking it behind the scenes for quite a while. So it's not necessarily designed for people who may or may not want to relocate. It's also for people who just want to change one thing in their life next year. And if you haven't worked with me before, you can hop on a taster session, which is where I do an overview of your chart for the coming year in terms of having a look at your natal chart and maybe touching on one or two of the main transits you have coming up. And then the personal growth sessions itself are 3 sessions of 1 hour in length, which you can schedule at a time that suits you. You can have them within 3 weeks. You can have them within a month. You can stretch them out over 3 months. And as I said, it's something I've been working towards very quietly behind the scenes for the last 6 to 8 months. I'm delighted to finally be doing that, because ultimately you get much better results if you work with me for 3 fairly intense sessions. And usually if the sessions are within maybe 6 to 12 weeks, that's when you get maximum impact, because what we've covered in the first session will still be fresh in your mind when you're going to the next session. So, that's why those of you who've worked with me before, you don't have to go back and have a natal chart because you've already had it done. So you can hop straight to maybe 2 transit sessions and an astrocartography session, or a transit session, a relocated session, and an astrocartography session. Or if you're not going to relocate, you can still have another look at your chart where you're living now. How can you harness the energy better where you're living now to support you more? So you can book on the website www.marthaclarkastrology.com. I'm also going to be blogging more regularly. I'm going to be blogging every week from now on. I'm not necessarily taking a step back from social media, but certainly blogging is something that I love even more than writing the posts for social media. And as you've probably seen, that the blogs have been more frequent, and they are much more geared towards astrocartography and relocated charts, because that absolutely, will always be what I specialize in. So I also have gift vouchers available on the website. They're under the shop, under the drop-down menu, and they are an ideal gift for somebody who may want to have their chart done but doesn't necessarily know how to go about it, or they're a little bit hesitant. So it's also a very eco-friendly present. So I'll be posting again in the next couple of days, and I wish you all well in the dark, cold winter months. Hope you all keep your spirits up and enjoy the reflective time of the winter, because, Capricorn season is very much a time where even though we still have the sun in Sagittarius, Capricorn season is very much a time where you still just kind of like bed down and reflect and clear out the old to make room for the new. So I'm off now to my new home to clear out some more old stuff, even though I didn't think I had much old stuff to clear out. So lots of love to you all, and I will be posting again soon. Thank you. Bye-bye now.